Hey everybody, it's Brad.
And I'm Krista.
Oh yeah. Today we're talking about the poop. The cockadookie. We're going to give you the lowdown on the brown.
Oh my.
Well, that and a bunch of other stuff. It's actually important, as humorous as it is to talk about poo-poo. It's very, very important. But before we do, see how I did that?
Yeah.
See how I did that?
Yeah, I got it. Yeah.
Before we do what we do about the doo-doo,
Oh my.
check all
goodness.
check all
How
this
many
stuff.
times you can say doo-doo in a sentence?
Is that a challenge?
No, it's really not.
Well, here's all the other stuff first.
Oh yeah, that is what you think it is. And why am I not in there driving that? Because Caleb is learning how to drive the tractor today. And he's doing a great job, okay? So hold. Good job. All right, Mr. Man, you're doing pretty good. Okay, hold the emergency brake. There you go. Good job. So far, so good. You're pretty cool? All right, let's get that poop and dump it.
Yeah.
More. More. Turn it more. You gotta get into the road here. Okay, now turn it that way. Okay, you're doing good. Now let off. It's okay, you're just sliding because it's icy. Now dump the bucket. You push it away from you, that way. There you go. That's it. All right, pull it back straight again. All right, let off. Okay, now you're gonna hold the emergency brake. Nice and hard, pull it up. Take it out of gear. Push it forward. Not all the way, just the halfway. All right, good job. That's it. High fives. Yeah. Supposed to be in the teens tonight. So I got a fire going. And, well, we're now learning how much wood this house goes through. See, we haven't been here for more than, we were here one season before, but you don't really learn how much you're gonna need until you've been here a few seasons in terms of firewood. So this ain't gonna cut it. Not him, he's doing a good job. But we only have this and then a little bit more on the other side over here. So we figured last time we ended up getting a half load of logs, full tractor trailer load of logs, and got them all cut up. Well, actually, a buddy of ours, he just was being super cool, and we were gone at church. We came back, and they were all cut up. We split them and everything, but boy, thank you, Ryan. But we're figuring out that we're probably going to need in the future an entire semi-load of logs to heat with wood the whole winter. The good news is we have two other backups, and I say backups because this is our primary source of heat, because not only is it the most efficient, you need to get through? Thank you, Caleb. Not only is it the most efficient, it's the most cost effective, and the wood heats the house a certain way. I can't describe it other than you just know when you're feeling wood heat. It just feels like everything is radiating rather than just the air. If you guys have wood heat out there, write it down in the comments section below, because you'll know what I'm talking about. You may not even be able to put it into words, but you know what I'm talking about. But anyway, we're going to need probably a semi-truck, but the good news is we've got electric as backup, and we also have two propane tank heaters that there is a propane heater for the whole house. And so I feel good about that. I'm excited and very grateful that God's blessed us like that. But lesson learned, we need more wood.
Okay, Ruth here is somewhat of an artiste in all of her, whether it's coloring or whether it's with paper or whether it's your very unique way that you dress.
Yep.
All the way right down to what you eat. And I figured I would show the world this creation that you've made for lunch today. Can you tell me what you've got going on here?
I have my favorite sandwich. It's mustard, cheese, mayonnaise, cucumbers, tomatoes, lettuce, salami, and wheat bread.
And a sesame seed bun.
Yeah.
Well, that's wheat bread.
Yeah.
So what do you call this wonderful creation?
An everything sandwich.
It's the everything sandwich. Well, there's no liver on there.
Well, it's kind of an everything sandwich, and there's meat.
Well, I think Brutus here approves.
It's very...
He's looking excited about your everything sandwich.
You don't get it, Brutus. It's mine.
So, I think you should name it not the everything sandwich. I think it should be called the Ruthie Deluxe.
Okay.
The Ruthie Deluxe.
It's good.
That's it. Boom. You, get out of there. Hi, guys. Well, hey, what'd you do with Mom? Hi, Dottie. Look what predicament you've gotten yourself into here. Hi, Dottie. Yes. Yeah, you look great. Thank you so much. You're a sweetheart. You are an absolute sweetheart. There's a kitty. And we've got Honey over here. Oh. I was like, did Dottie strap herself in? And
Yeah, she did it all by herself.
she's doing a great job.
Yeah, right.
So,
okay, I will show you one thing that we've done. One new thing we did.
one new thing we've done.
So Hope asked if we could stop putting the hay for Clover on the ground because her job is to, not her job. She chose to clean it all up. Clean up the poo, I should
We're
say.
in here.
Oh wait, Honey's done. Watch out, guys.
Honey's done.
She's gonna shove you out of the way.
She says, I'm going to just get a drink.
She'll
I'll
drink
just be a
half
minute.
that bucket here in a second.
Anyway, so
she
this is where Clover hangs out.
Yeah, Clover hangs out. But Hope had bought a hay net for Puzzle.
Yeah.
And she said, hey Mom, why don't you just use this? Well, Hope had been just tying it to the top of the gate. Well, I thought, okay, I'm gonna put a hook up here.
You're going to what?
I put a hook up here
Oh.
to hang it, and then I used a chain so that it's easy to put up and down.
That's all the distance it travels right there?
Yeah,
The 4 inches.
yeah.
I don't
No, it's
understand.
this white rope all the way up here.
What does it do? I don't understand.
It holds the hay bag closed.
Oh.
Yeah, it stretches out so you can put hay in it, and then it pulls it shut. It's a drawstring.
Yeah, I knew that Hope had it outside, and I knew that you guys were wanting to bring it in here, but
Yeah.
I didn't realize that you were going to just let it hang the whole time. So she's
Yeah.
done.
She's done.
She's
Go
done.
outside.
See you later, sweet thing. Okay, so you see that right there? Not that. Not that. That's pretty. That's not. That's a big pile of poop.
Big pile of poo.
Now, if you've not thought about it, it's going to be more and more interesting because of the, shall we say, geopolitical climate, to get any kind of compostables.
Yeah.
So if you're not making your own compost, you really need to be figuring it out fast.
You need to be. And we've never used commercial fertilizers anyway. We've always used animal
Dookie.
byproduct. So,
Dookie.
yeah.
And so actually it's kind of funny because, what?
I just thought of something funny, and I'll tell you after.
Tell you later.
Tell you later.
Tell you later. Smell you later.
Yeah.
No, but we had a really mild past day and a half where a lot of stuff had been thawing out. That normally would be buried by a bunch of snow and ice and stuff. So we've actually got a window of opportunity.
Yes, we do.
To relocate it because we want to put a specific spot where that's where compost goes.
Yep. Yep.
So
we'll be able to move it and get it
real nice.
real nice.
Now, another thing that we're actually doing, and we have done very successfully in the past, is worms.
Yep.
Vermicomposting.
Awesome.
We'll tell you about vermicomposting inside because I'm wearing a short sleeve shirt and it is still cold out.
Yeah,
so
it's 30.
Let's go inside.
As promised, we need to talk about El Cockaduki. Okay, folks, here's the truth.
Here's the scoop.
Scoop?
Scoop.
I get it.
See, his jokes are funny. Mine are not.
Well, I don't think any of them are funny, really. Well, not mine anyway.
Okay.
But they amuse me, and that's all.
As long as you can amuse yourself, it's great.
Just give them a squeaky toy, go play in the corner, you're fine.
Yeah, right.
So, as we mentioned a little earlier, fertilizer is going to be an issue for the world. And if you are planning on doing a garden, I figured we should tell you a little bit about worms.
Worms.
Vermicomposting. And the reason why, well, let's reverse engineer this. Tell them about our garden in Ohio when we had gotten it right. And we were vermicomposting, coasting. Vermicomposting.
Vermicomposting.
Tell them about your maters.
Well, we had tomato plants that were taller than us, and we're not short folks, okay? He's almost 6 foot tall.
Basically a giant.
A mini giant.
Micro giant.
Micro giant, yeah.
A Mayan.
So, so our tomato plants, we had 1 foot deep raised beds.
Yes.
Okay, they were not deep at all. We had tomato plants, again, like I said, they were taller than we were. They were over 6 feet tall. We actually had a really hard time keeping them from falling over because of the cages that we put them in. And the tomatoes, we got tomatoes that were 2.5 pounds.
And not
Humongous.
Not pink, lifeless orbs like you get at the grocery store.
Not flavorless things that you would think that a 2.5 pound tomato would be. It was probably one of the most delicious tomatoes we've ever had.
And it's all thanks to worm poop.
Worm poop, well, and biochar, but...
Well, that's where we're getting. That's where
Yeah.
we're going. Okay.
Right.
So here's the scoop on the poop.
The poop.
A few years back, I saw a documentary on the Amazon rainforests and the cultures that lived there, the Amazons, the Incans, and the Mayans.
Yeah.
And scientists have always been puzzled at the size of these cultures, the massive amount of people that lived in these mega cities. And they've been puzzled because the soil, believe it or not, is not that great in a rainforest. It's not nutrient packed.
Right.
And so they were always puzzled as to how the heck could they support that many people living in such a compacted area food-wise. How did they do it? Well, they finally figured it out, and that is called biochar. And they were using biochar combined with fertilizers like worm tea, compost worm tea. Now, here's what this is. Biochar is basically carbon that is infused with a fertilizer of some type, inoculated with a fertilizer of some type.
Well, and the benefits of the microbes that are in...
We're getting there.
Okay.
We're getting there. And by the way, we have, I think, 2 or 3 videos on how to make biochar and vermicomposting, how to make the worm tea.
Yeah.
So what happens is they have, you make this carbon, basically, and that's actually a process called pyrolysis. And they figured out how to do it. They would just basically make these gigantic pits, and then they would burn it out. And it's long story short is that they were making carbon.
Charcoal.
Think charcoal.
Charcoal.
That's exactly what it was.
Right.
Then they would find a fertilizer or make a fertilizer, and they'd combine the two. And inside the biochar, there were just thousands upon thousands of tiny little tunnels, holes, in the carbon. And that's where all these beneficial bacteria would go into it, water and beneficial bacteria. And so that, for the lack of a better, or that's what it is. And so what happens is during times of drought, it releases the water into the soil. When it's not needed, it stays in there. When the microbes are needed, they go out. And there's tons of benefits to it. Insects don't like it as much, and it makes your plants go nuts.
Right. And you don't have to water it down. You don't have to worry about it getting on the leaves. You can spray it right on the leaves. It doesn't harm it.
That's the worm tea.
That's the worm tea. The biochar you want to mix in with your soil.
Well, we're talking about, just so you know, we're talking about two different things.
Yes.
That you make into one if you want to put it in the garden. Look up the videos that we have on that, because we have both. But here's the reason for telling you this, is that I have a feeling that prices on fertilizers and composts that you'll buy for your garden, or anything that is a supplement. Our dog is right there.
Caleb's sitting down on the floor behind the camera, and Brutus
Nana,
just
go
walked
on.
up and started sniffing his face.
So, but the point is it's going to get expensive.
Yeah.
It's going to get really expensive. And if you don't
Brutus.
have a way to,
Brutus, sit.
he's not listening.
He's listening. Sit.
He's going to dump the camera
He's
over.
down.
Uh-oh. His paws
So
are
very gentle.
between the
That's a
tripod.
good boy. Bull in a china shop. That's him right there.
Okay, so let's start that again. Yeah. It's going to get expensive.
Yeah.
And if you're going to be growing your own food, which you really need to be, because that's going to get even more expensive.
Oh yeah.
Then you're going to need to be looking into ways to make your own super soils. And that's what that's about.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
We will be showing you how we're doing what we're doing in the spring, but as you can see, our spring hasn't happened yet.
No, and we can't actually even plant anything in the ground until June 1st.
So you're going to have to watch our videos on it
Yep.
beforehand if you're already in your spring. So that said, we're all going to have to pull together.
Yep.
We're all going to have to share knowledge. We're all going to have to look out for one another if we're going to be able to get through these high prices and trying times.
Yep. Definitely.
So that said, you do the outro.
I am Krista, and you're
I'm Brad.
And you have an amazing day.